Hi everyone, it's Trisha with Homemade Smart, and this is Thanksgiving month, and so the episodes that we're going to be doing this month are all about how to prepare your meals for Thanksgiving, as well as the side dishes, desserts, the main dish. We did the turkey a few days ago, and so today we're doing potatoes. And what is the best side dish that everyone loves is potatoes, right? So we've got some really good recipes for a make-ahead potatoes, mashed potatoes, that you can make and even just leave in your refrigerator for up to 7 days before Thanksgiving, or you can freeze it and take it out the day before Thanksgiving, thaw it, and then bake it. And so get that out of the way, and then again, you have a lot of time saved on Thanksgiving Day for other things. So what I've done is I've taken 5 pounds of potatoes, russet potatoes, peeled them, quartered them, and boiled them until they're about fork tender, about 20 minutes or so. Salted the water, boiled them, and now all I'm doing is I'm taking a old-fashioned potato masher, but I really like this. You could use a mixer if you wanted to, but I like the way the old-fashioned potato masher mashes everything. Because sometimes you do get a little bit of lumps in there, but I think that makes the potatoes taste even better. And plus, it's a good arm workout, right? We're trying to multitask while we're doing this, right? So when my little ones, my big ones were little, they would love to help do the mashed potatoes. This was their favorite thing to do, and because they got to use electric tools. So I got to use the electric mixer, so I would let them do it. But once I found using this again, it just makes things go a little bit better, I think, anyway. So, all right, so we've got these mashed up in here, and as many lumps out as we can. And so I will show you what this looks like. It's all nice and smashed up in there. So to that, we are going to add 6 ounces of cream cheese. Eventually, that'll come out of there. And we're going to mash this up. And it's been softened a little bit. So what I've done in the process of making my potatoes is, and again, we're all about multitasking and about saving time. So what I've done is, while my potatoes were boiling, I was preparing my other ingredients. So that would save me time when I went to go ahead and make these. Plus, the cream cheese needs to soften a little bit too. So that's what we've done here, and we're just going to mix this up a little bit. And so that's the cream cheese. Then I have 1 cup of sour cream, and if you know us, we do not use low fat or no fat because that contains other gucky stuff we don't need. So we're trying to use real food here. And that's going to add a little bit more of the moisture to these potatoes. These come out so delicious with all these little extra added gummies in here. And our family absolutely loves them. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some egg whites over here, and I've got some eggs over here as well, and I already mixed those, sorry. These are lightly whipped egg whites, as well as 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and these recipes are going to be on the website, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt and a ½ teaspoon of pepper. So we've got this all mixed up in there. And then we're just going to go ahead and blend it together with the potato masher. Get them all mixed up and mash them a little bit more as we go. These are so rich and creamy. Oh my goodness. And what we're going to do, since this is a little bit before Thanksgiving, we're going to go ahead and do, to make them up, and then we're going to go ahead and freeze them. Take them out. We will take ours out on, according to our schedule that's also on the Thanksgiving cooking schedule that is on the website. We're going to go ahead and take these out on Wednesday. So then what we're going to do is let them thaw for 24 hours, and so we will put them in the oven on Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then we're going to cook for about an hour. So we are going to mix these up. a little bit more. So I've mixed everything in here together, and it smells so yummy. And yes, you are very tempted to take a little nibble before you put it into the dish. So, all right, and the tanginess of the sour cream in here, it almost kind of tastes like a baked potato when you're with all the trimmings when you get everything done. Okay, so this looks like it's nice and mixed up and creamy. Okay, and yes, I'm going to take a little bit of a taste here just to make sure it's good. You always have to test your work, right? Yum, yum, yum. All right. So what we're going to do here is I have a disposable tin, and I've got the wrapper from my butter that I took off of there, and I'm going to grease this, and that way when you go to, or butter I should say, that way when you go to bake it on Thanksgiving, it won't stick as easily to the pan. So what we'll do on Thanksgiving Day is we'll go ahead and take this out of the oven, or excuse me, out of the freezer on Wednesday, let it thaw for 24 hours, and then put it into the oven while the turkey is out, or while it's resting, or if you're fortunate enough to have a double oven, you can put it in and let it bake for about an hour or so till it's nice and hot, because it will be already brought to room temperature. It'll already be brought to room temperature, and so the potatoes will, after being thawed, and we'll put them in the oven, we'll bake them, and then once they're baked, we'll take them out of the oven and then put the contents of this tin into a nice serving dish, so you don't have to have the to-go package with you. So I have greased or buttered the inside of this pan, and now we're going to just put our mashed potatoes in here, and oh, it's just so yummy. I can hardly wait until Thanksgiving. Yum. And again, if you wanted a lot more smoother potato, I like it a little bit on the rough side. That's how I kind of, has more texture to it. That's how I kind of grew up. We would just boil potatoes and mash them ourselves, and that was something that I'm kind of miss from when I was growing up. So, because we had potatoes all the time, I'll tell you. And it would save a lot of time having to mash the potatoes. So we're going to spread this out in here. As nicely and as neatly as you can. It doesn't have to be neat, I guess, because no one's going to see it but you until you get your helpers in there in the kitchen on Thanksgiving Day, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this in here. Maybe smash that down a little bit more. And then we're going to take some butter and not at the moment because we're not going to bake it right now, but what we would do is on Thanksgiving Day, we'll take it out and thaw it, and then when we put it into the oven, we're going to dollop it on the top with butter and then bake it for about an hour to let the potatoes completely get warmed up. So that is how we are going to do that. So this is potatoes. They're called make-ahead potatoes. They're on our website. The next type of potato that we're going to make is our sweet potato souffle, and it is absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to cover this with foil, let it completely cool because it has been cooking, and once it's completely cold, I'm going to put it in the freezer until next week and take it out for Thanksgiving. So we'll be right back with crunchy sweet potato souffle.